It's been a while. It's been a while since I sat down, got up early in the morning, came here, hit the record button, let the thoughts fly. I don't have anything predetermined right now, so I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. Sometimes those are the best videos I've done. Sometimes those are the best ones. Now I've got Ace here, and he's on the hunt. He's on the prowl, right? And, you know, the thing that we have to think about, each day is how much time do we have left? How much time do I have? That's the fascinating thing. I think many people that tune into this channel, they see the growth. They're tuned in. A lot of people that tune in are tuned in, wondering, can this guy make it? How far can he take this channel? How much? How far will it go? How big will it get? A guy with his iPhone, and that's a good question, man. It's a question that fascinates me. How far can you take it, right? How far can you take your music career? That's another great question. And I think people are fascinated by possibility. They're fascinated by watching this channel grow. There have been people that have been with this channel from the very beginning. A shout out. My moderators, Mike H. and Paul, I didn't know those guys before, we started this channel. And then all of a sudden, man, I started, doing premieres on this channel, and I'd sit there waiting for people to join. And the first few times there was no one. There was no one there at all. And it's a weird feeling. It's like this, man. I tell you what. Before that, I had put out music videos, right? I had very naively, recorded a good song, got some top-notch musicians, and you can see the results. Stone Padre, Wake Up and Dance. If you haven't seen that video, just Google it. It'll pop up on YouTube. Stone Padre, Wake Up and Dance. And very naively, I recorded a good song. I've got the old drummer from Nickelback on it. I've got a great singer on the track, and it's very commercial sounding, very Van Halen-esque. And without building up a fan base or without promotion or anything, we put out a music video, and we premiered it. And I sat there in the premiere, and there's nobody there, right? And you put this thing out, and you think, is anybody gonna watch this? Or is this thing gonna blow up, right? It's the same curiosity that maybe people that watch this channel have. How far will this go? Will this take off? Man, I don't know. You can let me know in the comments how many views that video has now. It's been out for, 10 years or something. There's nobody, it doesn't get seen. It doesn't get discovered without doing the work beforehand like I'm doing right now. Nothing happens. And perhaps, the music the song that I put out, a couple weeks ago or whatever, Working Nights, it doesn't do the numbers of a video of me talking, I know there's people that watch the channel that say, hey man, play more guitar. But maybe this is a greater lesson right now in telling you that if you start a YouTube channel, if you put out a music video, if you put out a song, and you haven't done any of the work beforehand, you haven't been building something, it's not going to get any views, it's not going to get any listens. It'd be a miracle. It would be a miracle if the thing takes off. And that's something to realize. It's very important. It's very depressing if you put out a video and it gets no views. And that's why a lot of people quit. That's why a lot of people will, and that's why I quit. Look, I've had this channel for 16 plus years. And early on, I'd put out a video, I had the most basic, videos playing or whatever. And some of them would get views, but usually, I didn't stick with it. If I stuck with it back then, with the primitive cameras I was using and all that, maybe I would have blown up, way back then. But I was playing gigs, I was doing other things. There wasn't the importance of what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now, you watching this video, is helping me survive. It's helping me and my family and my daughter and everybody survive. And I thank you very much for watching this video right now. But it's a powerful, powerful thing to learn the knowledge of, hey man, this is not an easy thing to do, whether it's, playing music in a music career or going into a bar and trying to play your original music. Man, it's going to largely fall on deaf ears. It's not an easy thing to launch something from zero. Every YouTube channel, and I think every musician should have one, right? Whether they do it full time or whether they just occasionally put out videos. But look, man, if you're going to try to launch your original music, then this might be the way to do it. This might be what you need to do. This might be what you need to focus on. And it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, and there's no guarantees that anything's going to happen. There's no guarantees that you're going to get views. There's no guarantees that anybody is going to watch it. But you will start to see some people if you put in the work. And it's just like on this channel, and I've got mosquitoes buzzing around and everything else. But, with this channel, right, doing the premieres every day, eventually people will find you. Eventually, those lonely times where you're sitting there and no one's in the premiere, and you're like, why am I here? Eventually you start finding your people, man. You start finding your tribe. That's what it is, finding your tribe. What is largely my tribe on this channel? Largely people that are like me. Largely that people have been in the music business or playing gigs or curious about it, or people of the same age. We're of a tribe. And finding that tribe, right, is what we're doing right now. Sending out our broadcast each day. Sending out the broadcast. Sending out the vibes. And I'm calling like Tarzan in the jungle. Calling out. Sending a SOS, right? And together with Ace, we send that SOS out each morning. And we find you. And without doing that beforehand, I could definitely get more plays if I put original music out now with 20,000 viewers. As this channel grows, the opportunity to do that will be more, right? But before that, even though I had played before thousands and thousands of people, if you average, doing an arena tour like I did, opening for Florida Georgia Line, or opening for Eric Church, or opening for all these other acts, Toby Keith. I played before thousands and thousands of people, right? But that doesn't guarantee that anybody's going to watch this here, right here, right? Those people largely probably forgotten that I was even there. They didn't know my name. They just saw some crazy dude, on stage going nuts. So finding your tribe, sending out that SOS, right? Calling out into the wild. That's what you have to do, and you've got to do it on a regular basis. Consistency is the key. Consistency on this channel. While it is very difficult for me to get up at 6 in the morning, hit record on here, and have a message, speak to people, I feel very confident that now you could put me in front of a podium in a theater with no script, nothing, push me out there, and I could talk. I could go for an hour, because that's what I do on this channel every time, and it's a learning experience. Largely when I do product demos, I don't have a script. Sometimes I have the specs on the side that I can read. But man, learning to do this, whether it's not easy, it's not comfortable, it's not something that a lot of people would want to do. But man, if you're going to promote your music, if you're going to have something to do, maybe after you get done playing the clubs and playing the gigs and doing all those things, maybe being able to fall back on something like this and have something to do in your later years. And I thank everybody that tunes in, because this is an experiment that I'm launching each day. How far can we take this channel? How high can we go? How far can an old dude go who doesn't comb his hair, that just rolls out of bed in a Guns N' Roses t-shirts and lets the thoughts fly? How far can we go? How high can we take it? You're just gonna have to stay tuned. Wait and see.